is Marianah Lourens met Kuns en Vermaak. Yes, Marianah Lourens with art and entertainment, and once again here in the green room at the Athenaeum inside the little theatre. Quite a noisy surrounding we have this evening because the Mendy Cafe is opening. Mendy Cafe, I'm giving you free publications, publicity. Oh, the young people, I can lip read. Publicity. Mendy Cafe, I hope you're listening. But yes, I am here with Marli and Kehly. And Kehly, let's go first because I have known you a while. And we've done shows together, we even filmed together, we've had lots of fun together, and lots of baie sakke sout opgeëet saam ook, ja.
Al 7? Nee.
7 sakke sout, wat ons saam gesleep het, maar ons het hulle nou daar gelos, né? Because, yes, Kehly, of course, I knew you as Windvogel then. It was some years ago. And that was, of course, before you became a mom. Because she's dance, she's drama, and she married Robin Boyson, now you Boyson. And of course you want to be known as Kehly Simone.
Yes.
That is so nice. I love the sound of it. Kehly Simone. I love it.
That is actually my real name.
Yeah.
So
but they always shorten it, don't they?
Yeah. So when I was younger, people struggle with Van Vogel. So I just for stage decided to drop my last name and just add my second name. So now it's just Kehly Simone.
Yes. Yeah. People that struggle with the Afrikaans names. Because you know Marianah, I've been Marian, I've been Mary Ann, I've even been Margarita and Marina. Jy weet? Dit is maar so. Maar anyway, as I said, it's dance, it's drama. You married to Robin and you became the rocking mama. I saw what he said, that she rocks as a mama. She's walked into it. And she became an instant mama to some amazing kids.
Yeah.
Yes.
2 amazing girls who are now 11 and 14. So we've hit teenage years. So that's lots of fun.
That's fun. Yes. But yeah, I mean, girls are a pleasure.
They are.
I think boys are very busy and they're always running all over the place. And Marli, of course, you are Bosch Naidoo. You were a Bosch.
18 years ago.
They also struggle sometimes with the name Bosch and they don't know whether to say Bosch or Bosch. Or
Yes, but I think everybody knows Naidoo.
Naidoo is easy. It's as you see it.
Yes.
You say it. You were in Cape Town in drama school.
Yes.
And you've also studied art, or not?
I didn't study art.
You see, she didn't even study art, Kehly. She didn't study art, and we are admiring her art. Go on Facebook, Marli Naidoo Art. This is just a punt for your art, Marli.
Oh, thank you.
You just have to put Marli, M-A-R-L-I, Naidoo, and then you're automatically by the art.
Yes. Facebook or Instagram is more art.
And Instagram. Yes. And of course, you are in this show, the play that you guys are doing that is so exciting for Women's Month, Manyano. And of course, I think every day is a Women's Day, but it's called Whispering Cry. And it's written by my husband, Robert, and he's also this very hands-on everywhere person that can do everything. But let's talk a bit about this play, because you, Lolita, Marli.
Yes.
And Lolita is the protagonist, I would say, because you're on stage most of the time, and it revolves around your experience.
Yes, absolutely. We've been practicing now, and I find it very challenging, but I also find it very exciting because it's like any woman's life going through a wide range of emotions, and just playing all of that is very exciting. So,
yes. And of course, all the women's, I don't think we can write them all down.
No.
Emotions. But of course, there's tragedies that happen in Lilith's life. And so you have to depict that. And it's a very sad story because you're kind of a little bit of an alkie.
Yes.
Alkie.
I think, yes. But what Robert did is he brought such empathy to the character. So she is an alcoholic, but you can't say she has her reasons, but she has been through such trauma. And that is why it's overtaken her life completely. And a lot of those things she didn't choose for herself. It was, she didn't even know these things were happening. So yeah, I think whoever watches the play will also have great empathy with her.
Yes, and you, of course, your husband is played by Cowie.
Yes.
And Jessica is played by Jocelyn Scholtz. And the two of them also, I've acted with them, you've acted with them, Kehly.
Yeah.
We know they're quite strong actors. Yes, we're skinnering about you, Joss and Phil, as well. Cost you nothing for me to talk about you.
Free advertising.
Free advertising, totally. And now, Kehly, who are you?
I play a character, Morgan Seeley. So she meets our protagonist Lilith as her social worker. So obviously, you know, she's given this, she's new, she's just graduated, she's very young, she's, you know, has a zest about life and she just wants to help everyone. And so she meets Lilith. This is one of her cases. And throughout the play, I think she, like Marli said, she also starts to gain empathy for Lilith, for this woman who's gone through the things that she's gone through in life, because obviously going into it, she doesn't know this woman from a bar of soap, but with all the visits, they start talking, they start getting to know each other, and they start creating a bond, really, more than just social worker or psychologist and patient. It's more, you know, they create this bond between women where she learns about the tragedies that's happened to Lilith. And I think that she sort of tries to put herself in those shoes and she wonders to herself, what would I have done or how would I have ended up if this was me? So she really does have lots of empathy and lots of sympathy for the character. And even me as Kehly, I think I have quite a lot of empathy and sympathy for Lilith's character, the character of Lilith rather, because as women, like Marli said, we have lots of emotions and we sometimes we don't always let people know. As women, I think that we always try to be strong and we have to because, like you said, there's babies and there's husbands and there's work and there's all of these things where we think, and I can't really show my emotions now because I have to concentrate on making everything and everyone around me comfortable. And I think this is the type of person that Morgan, the character of Morgan is. And that's how she gains the empathy and the sympathy for Lilith. So the bond they create by the end of it is quite a nice bond. Like I would want, you know, if I was that person, I would want that bond to be created as well.
Yes. And of course, you know, the whole situation as it turns out.
Yeah.
Robert is here now, so he's going to say something because he's the author. He's, of course, my techie husband. He's a stage manager, lighting guru, director, producer, playwright. And you wrote Whispering Cry for the Mandela Bay Theatre Complex Women in Arts, Manyano.
I didn't write it for the Manyano.
No.
But I wrote it because it was a story which I found intriguing. An alcoholic woman loses a child. And it took, as you can see, I'm not a female. I'm not a woman. I'm a guy. So it took a lot of research to find out how this woman would like to think. And the one scene in the play is actually written by actual words of women that have mentioned the loss of their child and the loss of their baby. And I stole some of those words, I reinterpreted them and created Lilith. And that is it. It's a story about a woman, but it's a story about hope. That no matter what we go through, there is hope at the end. Whether you're an alcoholic, whether you lose a child, whatever happens, there's hope. But there is one explosive ending to the show.
And we're not going to let the cat out of the bag.
No, there's no cat.
But you being male, and of course he is a very tall male and very present, and Phil Cowie is the other male. He's your ex-husband.
Yes. Lilith's ex-husband.
And
they are not on good terms.
So a lot of the conflict comes from what's the dialogue between the two of you,
Yes.
between you and Jacob.
Yes, absolutely.
There's always conflict, isn't there?
Yes. I think Lilith has such a hard shell. She doesn't make it easy for anybody. She's definitely not going to make it easier for her ex-husband. Yes, because through his actions, he has made her feel very lonely and very alone. All of that is just...
And that all comes out
Absolutely.
in this play.
Yes.
And of course, you lost 2 babies, 2 children.
Yes.
And the heartache is there.
Yes.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yes.
I mean, I know mothers who have lost 1 child and the absolute devastation that it brings. And I know a few mothers who have lost 2 children, and that is absolutely heartbreaking. That in itself, I have no judgment for Lilith in that sense, because it's totally understandable that she went off the rails and that she has such a hard shell.
And of course, Morgan comes and almost penetrates that shell.
Yes. And that is so beautiful to see that breakdown and that sensitivity that comes. It's just beautiful.
My techie script writer, director husband just told me we have like 4 minutes left. So I'm going to ask each of you, the 2 of you, and you also, Robert. Kehly, let's begin with you. Where did it begin for you, this being an actress, drama?
Oh.
Because you don't wake up one morning or...
Oh, I did wake up one morning and say I'm gonna, yes.
Yes, okay.
I've always known that I want to be on stage.
Yeah, but how old were you? Because you don't say that at 2.
It's
2 years old.
It's a funny story, actually. My mother told me I was about 5 and she'd taken me to the doctor. And my doctor asked me, what are you going to be when you grow up? And I said, I'm going to be an actress. And after that, thanks to my mother, she put me in every activity you can think of. I did ballet, I did modern dance, I did all the types of dancing. And then, as I got older, drama classes as extracurriculars and all of that. And when I got to high school, this was really something that I really wanted to do. I even took it as a subject at school. Drama and performance art, and then I went on to actually studying performing arts at Stagehall Theatre School.
Yes, and that's actually where I met you.
Yes, yes. But it's just been something that I've always wanted to do. It's a passion of mine. I love being on stage. I love creating art that depicts life. Like this story. It is artistic, but it's also a story that can be very true.
Yes, and she likes to talk a lot.
And
you can see, I can't stop. I have to stop you because our time is running out. Okay. But also, you know that this is almost a different character. You've played, I think the last show we were in, you were the one who made the conflict almost. Yeah, created the conflict. And Marli, where did it begin for you? Because you actually didn't study the arts, the creating of art. You studied drama.
Yes.
But then you end up doing all this beautiful art, and you also now going to be in a play, and you've been in other plays, you've done Shakespeare.
Yes. Yeah, I think I was about 12 when I decided I want to be on stage. I was in a small town, so there was no opportunity for that. You couldn't choose any subject in that direction or anything. So after school, I went to Cape Town and went to drama school there. We did Shakespeare, we did productions that we wrote ourselves. We formed a drama group and just did all of this. And then I got married and had children, and I went more in the line of fine art at that stage. I think I call it like
had that creativity for drawing.
Yes.
Because, I mean, your art is phenomenal. I can't stop looking at it. And people must please go on Facebook. Look at Marli Naidoo art. It's blossoming. You're blooming.
Thanks so
blossoming.
Much, I think with lockdown is when I really started painting.
Yeah, because
I always enjoyed it. But yes, then I had the time and I was at home, and it just...
She's also a homeschool mom, just so by the way. Yes. Okay, now Robert, maybe you can tell us quickly the dates because it's your play.
The Woman in Arts Manyano is running from the 22nd to the 28th of August. And it's not just theatre. It is arts and crafts, it's poetry, it's music, it is woman in arts. And it's to celebrate woman in arts in all facets of that meaning of that word. We will have 2 or 3 slots during the festival, which we will let everybody know on Facebook. And we just want everybody to come along and have a look, because Whispering Cry is entertainment, but it is a challenge. It challenges people to think out of the box, to think of what somebody else is going through and trying to identify with that person. Women go through this on a daily basis with familial control and just being pushed aside. And we need to change that. And a play like this is an easy way to actually get the message across.
Yes, and so that's what I want you to look out for. Whispering Cry, 22 to 28 of August, Mandela Bay Theatre Complex. Of course, that is the Opera House. It'll either be in the barn or on the main stage. We don't know yet. And it's part of the Women in Arts Manyano. So please look out for that and come and attend that whole festival. It's going to be amazing. Thank you so much, Kehly, for your time. And Marli for your time. And Robert for your time. And I know you're off to rehearsal now. So be blessed and see you at the theatre. And it's really now time for Marianah Lourens to say goodbye with art and entertainment. Ja, Marianah Lourens en Kuns en Vermaak wat nou groet met Arrivari.